Ryan Williams, Alabama five-star wide receiver commitment, makes history, becomes the first guy to win Alabama Mr. Football in back-to-back seasons. We're going to talk about Chris Braswell at the Senior Bowl, what he had to say about playing and learning about life from Nick Saban. Tennessee's under investigation for an NIL violation. What does that even mean anymore? All of that right here on the Bama Football Tailgate channel. Make sure you guys like and follow. Give us a thumbs up, and let's get this thing rolling. Great to have you here. Roll Tide, everybody. With Brett Elmore, I'm Mick Gillispie. What do you say, everybody? Welcome to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. I'm still in the Keys, Brett. Hopefully my internet holds up so we can do a show here. And I guess we should just jump right to it. Ryan Williams, back-to-back Mr. Football in Alabama.
How about that? Back-to-back Mr. Football. First time that has happened in the 42-year history of the Alabama Sports Writers Association Mr. Football Award. And that's hard to believe because of some of the names that, we've seen so many times throughout the years, like Carnell Williams and David Palmer and Julio Jones. It's won this award. TJ Yeldon. The list goes on and on. Kool-Aid McKinstry was one of the latest ones. But, yeah, Ryan Williams, back-to-back, and history is made, and it's well-deserved.
Yeah, no doubt. It is well-deserved. This is a guy that has been a wrecking ball, and he could have actually came back for another year of high school football. Imagine that. But felt like, hey, it's time to take that next step, and, congratulations to him. And it's been a fight for Alabama to keep him. When Coach DeBoer was able to get him back after he decommitted when Nick Saban retired from Alabama football, that was a huge
Absolutely. And Mick, I tell you, as far as Ryan is concerned, he had to beat out another guy that's a familiar name, the former quarterback and defensive back from Clay Chalkville, and that's Jalen Mbakwe, who was the 6A MVP winner there in the finals. So that's two guys that's committed to Alabama that were going neck and neck there for Mr. Football.
Let's talk about the 8A game. They have made a decision, and they have announced the date of this year's version of the 8A game. And I know most of you probably know this already, but it's going to be on April 13th. That's a Saturday at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Brett, I just hope that we get the kind of reception that Nick Saban got his first year. Can Alabama fans show up and really show out for this new football coach, Kalen DeBoer?
Well, you've seen it in the comments section of this show. You've seen it a lot, heard it a lot. Bama fans are saying, hey, we need to show up to 8A. We need to show him our full support. Do I think it will be a capacity crowd like it was for Nick Saban? I don't know if it will be a capacity crowd, but I think it'll be a huge crowd. I would love to see a capacity crowd. And I think Bama fans need to go out and show their support, not only for the new coaching staff, but for this team, and especially the ones who stuck around. And they announced 8A. They announced homecoming. It's set. Folks kind of make their plans around homecoming. That'll be October 26th this year against Missouri. And that may be a tough opponent. Alabama has won 21 straight homecoming games. This year, scheduling Missouri for homecoming, and last year, they impressed a lot of folks, and that's not going to be an easy assignment.
Yeah, no doubt. That's you get the schedule and you start looking at it, and you get game times and you start looking at that, and then you get a new head coach, and everyone's going to want to show up and see what that's all about as far as the 8A game, what the offense is going to look like, and it's an exciting time to show up and watch. a practice game. I mean, just because I've seen on some sites where people are saying, "Hey, man, there could be a quarterback controversy, a battle." Who knows what's going to happen? But I can't wait to see what the offense looks like under Kalen DeBoer. No doubt about it. So the Senior Bowl is going on. Practice has started. And I talked about this guy. He's the guy I'm most excited about in the Senior Bowl, Chris Braswell. Loved the conversation that he had about life lessons learned from Coach Nick Saban. And he talked about doing the right thing when people are watching, but also when people aren't watching. Nick Saban, not only a great head coach, but boy, he was just such a teacher of life.
Yeah, what a master of words. And he's given a lot of his players life lessons, and that is a very powerful statement, doing the right thing even when people aren't watching. And I think that's something we all can learn from in our daily lives. Not only these players, such a great mentor toward the players, and that's a really cool story coming from Braswell down in Mobile for the Senior Bowl. I think that's this weekend on the NFL Network, so it'll be a great day to catch a little football this weekend, and we got some Tide players down there, and will be a lot of fun.
Well, it'll be great to see that no one really cares about the game, but it's all the practices and everything that leads up to it, right? And so Chris Braswell looking to, just try to build some draft status. And, it is fun. I mean, it's something that this guy's worked really hard to earn, the opportunity to go there and, and make some waves and show people what he's all about. All right, final topic of today's show is Tennessee football under NCAA in violation, NCAA investigation, some kind of NIL investigation on something. Brett, I saw this, I read a story, and I just thought, what the hell is the NCAA doing? I mean, did they see the business decision that was made when, a player left and had a freaking Lambo and a Bronco to go to school at Texas? Did they see Caleb Downs and the money that he's getting? I mean, what is Tennessee doing that's any different or more than what we just saw with, and that's just Alabama. I mean, who knows what's going on with the other schools? I just thought it was comical. Who are you going to pick? You're just going to just pick on one school to talk about, well, we don't like what they're doing. Who even knows what the rules are?
That's the big question. What are the rules anymore? I mean, have they been thrown out the window? I think NIL was designed for if Alabama recruits their team in, okay, and you offer them some NIL money or whatever, everything is fine. We talked about this the other day. I'm going to sponsor Milo's tea or whatever. Red Solo cups, whatever I want to do. But it's not designed to, sort of like Ohio State and some of these other schools, to say, hey, we'll give you $1 million to come play here. In other words, just find players left and right. That's not, I don't think, what this has been set up to do. And if Tennessee's under investigation for this, I would think that Ohio State, Texas, and some of these others should be too. But what are the rules? You're right. It's the Wild West. We talked about it. This whole NIL, it's a Pandora's box that the NCAA can't close.
Yeah, right. And that's it, Brad. I mean, and you don't have to get choked up over the NCAA. They suck. I mean, it's like, what do you mean? I mean, so Tennessee is under investigation. I mean, it's just, look, I know they're one of Alabama's biggest rivals, but come on.
I haven't heard any news from Tennessee like I have Georgia, Ohio State, Texas.
Yeah, it's not like you just saw them. Right. It's not like they're out there paying for a bunch of guys on other teams. What we just saw happen to Alabama and some of these other schools, it's crazy. But anyway, well, look, that was fun. We will keep an eye on everything going on. Obviously, they haven't gotten quite all the fiber optics down here in Marathon in the Keys. So for the next 2 days, probably going to be really crappy reception. Maybe when we actually get to Key West, things will get better. But thanks for hanging out with us. Like and follow. Give us a thumbs up. Red Elmore, Big Elmo. I'm Mick Gillispie. Thanks, guys. And again, very hearty Roll Tide.